Hello and welcome along to your virtual tour of the Waimakariri Gorge in preparation for Coast to Coast 2016. My name's Sam Milne from Canterbury Kayaking, and I'm going to be taking you through some of the lines for race day. Sorry I couldn't get this up sooner, been pretty busy with guided trips, but here we go, we're underway. So this is what we call Esk Bend. We're about 25 kilometres downstream of Mount White Bridge. This is sort of leading into the gorge here. Saw me give the signal to go right, so we're just staying away to the right of the wave train here. This is Wednesday before the race, so we're about 2 days away from the race. What you see here should be pretty much what you see on race day. I'm just giving the team a left signal here. Esk Bend, you want to stay on the inside of the corner. In recent years, the waves on the outside of this bend get quite large, but at the moment it's pretty calm. If you're a confident paddler, you could probably head a little bit more to the right than I am, but I'm just keeping my team well to the left, which is nice and flat and easy. As you come around the corner here, you're just watching out for a couple of rocks which will be in front of you quite soon. They sort of appear on the left, so you will need to move back to the middle about this point here and start moving back to the middle. And there's the signal there, move back to the middle, clearing a couple of rocks which will be on your left. Beautiful day through the gorge. This is actually today, so I'm recording this just after I got back from the trip, so hopefully you see this in time. Okay, and here's the next major rapid. You'll see Hamilton Hut will be up on the bank in the trees there on your left. Usually good to cut the eddy through here, lifting the left edge so the buoy can come under your kayak. Straight after that, you come down what we call Salmon Rapid. Salmon Rapid is quite a big wave train at the moment. You can either go straight down the guts for a rough ride, so loads of fun, or follow me down here. I'm going to go just to the right, shooting down the eddy line, and as you come down the eddy line you'll see my nose just wanting to swing a little bit. You'll need to work your pedals both left and right just to keep that nose pointing downstream and keep your balance. Straight after that, another little wave train, just stay to the left of this. This is only a couple of bends afterwards, and now we're sort of right in the gorge. It's absolutely stunning through here. As we get the big walls coming in on both sides, you'll see Drop Rock, which is the rock right out in the middle there on my right side now. You just want to stay to the left of that, against this wall here. It's nice and safe on the left. And then straight away, you'll come around a corner, swinging to the left, and you want to stay on the left as you were when you came through Drop Rock. Just stay left, and you'll come through here. No worries. As you come around this corner, it is good to move back to the middle pretty soon. As we approach Carrington Gorge, there's kind of some funny stuff which has just been forming as we get to these lower flow levels. You'll see the water's sort of swirling and bubbling, or what we call boiling, on our right there. So you just need to paddle powerfully through that, keep your balance, and enter probably the most scenic and stunning part of the gorge. So enjoy that. After that, we've got Hamilton Rapid, which is most exciting rapid of the day. The best line through here. I'm just setting up James, one of my athletes, to turn his boat to the left, from starting in the middle, pointing left at about this point, and driving all the way down the left side of the rapid. Just checking Bob behind me has got the line. Bob's 72 years old, giving Coast to Coast his first crack this year. Learnt to kayak with us in spring. So it's pretty awesome to have the team out today. I'm doing really well. You can see I'm just off to the left of the wave train there. Go too much left and you'll run into some rocks and eddies, so just don't be tempted to go right against the bank. That's probably not going to work well for you. Just to the left of the waves is good. Then you have a flat stretch. You'll go past a hut which marks the halfway point. It'll be on your right in the trees. Kind of hard to spot, but that is about 35 kilometres from Mount White Bridge here. Come down a little wave train somewhere on the right is good. few rocks on the left at the top. It's good to come down the right because the next series of rapids, you're going to want to go down the right braid. You can see, you might be able to see Sticky Outy Rock, which is just on my right there, sticking out of the bank. That's a good marker, reference point to go underneath Sticky Outy Rock, and you'll end up coming down this right braid where I am now. As we come down this right braid, we are setting up for what we call Bluff Bluff, which is probably the most technical line on the race course. It was proving quite challenging a few weeks ago when we had higher flows, but now that the river is down quite low, down to sort of 50 cumecs or less, it's pretty straightforward. You just got to follow this line I'm about to show you. Coming down the left side of the braid here is where the most water is at the moment. Go all the way right and you'll just get beached or banged up. So coming down here, rejoining in with the other braid, and the move is to stay right. Okay, so signalling the team to stay right. The reason we stay right is there's quite a rough wave train down the centre here. More confident paddlers might want to be further into the wave train, but if you know that you struggle in the waves a little bit, then just hang right here as best you can and sort of prepare yourself to cut left pretty soon. So I'm just waiting for the waves to die down, and as soon as it's flat enough, then I'm going to signal the team to cut all the way to the left. And you want to put some good power down here and get left nice and early so you can set yourself up for the last part of Bluff Bluff, which is cutting this eddy. More confident paddlers will be in the deep water already. They'll be further right than this, looking for faster water. But pretty conservative line is to just cut through the eddy, lifting your right edge for some boils on the right side of your kayak. Straight through. Nice. Bit further downstream, just past Walker Hut, which will be on your left, and find out where Walker Hut is, because on this corner you really want to drive left pretty hard here and get yourself out of that white water as quickly as you can. It's kind of swirly in there, as you saw, and it's kind of getting more difficult at lower flow. A few bends further down, you've got some big eddies to cut through. You see the big boil there. You want to keep your speed as you cut through the corner. More confident paddlers might like to go around the outside of the boil, but our team today is cutting through the eddy, lifting the outside edge. Same thing doing here, and this is Broken River coming in on my right. So Broken River is signalling the end of the gorge. As we get to the last corner, you can see Iron Bridge up on the right there. That signals the end of the gorge proper. You've got about 10 k's to go to Woodstock, and on your way to Woodstock, a few more corners after the bridge, and you'll come to what we call Carnage Rock. Setting up for Carnage Rock, putting loads of power down, trying to aim for about a paddle length that's 2 meters off to the right side of the rock. Oh, and there's a spot on the lens, but I'm just aiming just off to the side of the rock and just paddling super hard all the way through. If you get tempted to steer away from the rock and you kind of chicken out, then what tends to happen is you can get spun around in some eddies. So it's best to stay brave and paddle all the way towards that rock, just missing it to the right. And here we are, a few more corners down. We've got Eau De Roma. There's the Eau De Roma Gage, which you can look up online. It's just over my right shoulder now. A few little eddies to navigate. You might want to pause and rewind 10 seconds and just see the line I took past that boil there behind me. Been catching a few people off guard as you tend to fall asleep later on in the race. And here we are at Woodstock. Nice line around the outside of the eddy at the moment, coming through the flat water. From here you've got about 15 kilometres of flat water to go. A few little grade 2 spots thrown in there. Watch out for any trees on this section. Make sure you visit canterburykayaking.co.nz. get in touch if you're keen to do some kayak training with us. Have fun.